So hey, welcome back. This is Polyraptor. When we last left you, we were in Sprout Tower. As you might have noticed, this level of Sprout Tower kind of in contrast to the others. Do you check the ties and bonds between you and your Pokemon? What are we supposed to be doing with our Pokemon here? Team Plasma, the heroes here. Anyway, so this level is set up very much like a gym. You have the three trainers sort of trapped leading up to this guy, who'd by analogy be the gym leader. You fight him for the HM. At the same time, this isn't really an official gym. It's treated as something of a not entirely optional, but kind of optional side excursion. So therefore what would follow would be that this guy was some sort of gym leader, but how does he stand in relation to the others, to like the proper gyms? Who knows? Where is this place though, really? It does look slightly reminiscent of Wild City Gym, for instance, or somewhere else. So where have we turned out? Anyway. So one aspect of the difficulty of this battle, which, as you might have noticed, there was a Bellsprout. I don't really respect this guy, you might have noticed. But in any case, battle, we're actually here for is, of course, to check the ties between us and our Pokemon. So, you know, it's like the name Raider, except, you know, it's a flag that does a Quilava look cool. And it's sort of like, yeah, they also look kind of sad and depressed and cynical about everything. But, yeah, that's also cool. So that's sort of one aspect of the ties, which I think is probably non-trivial. You know, like, you know, mostly people's relations to Pokemon consists of the graphical quality in which they're rendered. Many swear by that. That's all right then. That's how Sprout Tower came across. An aspect of the difficulty of this fight would be the Hoothoot, which is a bit different. Prevents you from just powering through it. But Hoothoot is slightly an interesting one, although it's not entirely clear if this one would be an issue for the grass-type Chikorita. Nonetheless, it's generally speaking not weak to any of the starters, and as a normal type, along with the Rattata here and so on, would possibly be intended to wear down most starters and so on, which might well be what was intended and could be an issue. So going north bit from Wild City, so to speak, something should be done about it, I agree. Let's spare it. Long time ago. Hey. So that route seems to be blocked off by a strange tree. Now, what would make a tree strange? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it's made out of rock. That's possible. Like, look, trees, rock. Yeah, no. Could see it happening. I mean, why not, right? But anyway, so there's some water over there, so I'm sure that's not going to come up. Anyway, so these are the Ruins of Alph, or in brief, the Ruins of Alph. They're generally supposed to stand for alphabet, but hey, that's a bit unfortunate, really, because they're kind of vaguely a cool place. Anyway, so how you have to do this is that you have to solve this really picky and slightly distasteful in a way puzzle in a Pokemon game, and then you end up here. It has statues in it, it's very mysterious, and also it has these things. So as you can see, that's the letter J. J is for Jesus, so strictly speaking, yes, you could spell out the word Jesus with unknown. but that might take up 5 spaces. You'd have one free one. So what do you do, right? Given the first commandment, that might be an issue. Otherwise, whatever. And anyway, here's a G, so I don't know. Anyway, that's different. I don't know. We keep using this Hoothoot. I'm not sure if we eventually keep it going, as we kind of do. Jaded. Don't ask about that. It's jaded. It's honestly really up for Pokemon, but it kind of gets left behind for various reasons. As you might notice, the place seems to turn a bit, as one might say, black when the screen flashes. So that's probably a good thing. I mean, the tiles are being a bit cool, you know, these things become a bit foreboding and mysterious. Hey, might not be entirely intentional, but tiles, you know, sometimes you just have to make them, or whatever. Anyway, so Unknown, part of their gimmick, you could call it that, it's not really, is that they can only use the move only. Just misstating, but whatever. They're only shown or displayed generally with the move named Hidden Power, and also a Pokeball just grew to level 6. So hey, May, you know. Your name. I mean, this is gold and silver. Our stars are already grown. It must have just been May then. Yeah. You might notice that the J does look a bit like a Y. That's probably because it's really questioning whether the letter J isn't just slightly embarrassing letter of the alphabet for an unknown to be. But hey. The move Hidden Power can take on many types. That depends on various factors. But it's kind of an interesting thing. It implies that there's more to that, which there is going to be if you agree that it does seem to imply that there's more to that, because it's clearly not badly designed then, or like hollow. Something you might have noticed is that there were drawings on the walls of the ruins, both outside and inside. And these happen to look like Unknown, because, yeah, so basically what we're being told is that these Pokemon are carvings of this Pokemon somehow upon the walls of the ruins. That almost sounds like something taken from Lovecraft or something like that. But anyway, that's not patting ourselves unnecessarily with Pokemon ripping off Lovecraft, which they obviously probably do sometimes, but hey. You sometimes wonder, what if there was, for instance, a Pokemon named Howard, and that was their name, and they were a wolf? Wouldn't that be better than most current designs? You probably agree. Especially, by the way, if their name in Japanese were to be... or not to be, were to be Howard, and that would just be, you know, really contrarian and making quite a statement, I think. Sorry, Kasparov. Anyway. Look at Sertana, they named Rad. Anyway, so the reason why we're showing stuff from a Pokemon Center is that there's this guy. Apparently there was a Pokemon and they've made some discovery or something, so anyway, basically we walk around and after a while we get a Togepi, spoilers. And they just sort of take the piss out of all the professors and everything, it's great. This is Pokemon, of course, so you know. Going somewhere with it. Anyway, so the showdown would be previously blocked if you hadn't gone to the Spratow, which you would apparently need to make the flash from, which is presumably while you're going there to get the flash. It's quite weird, by the way, that this place has two places which are seemingly gyms. Anyway. Just wonder what's going on with gyms sometimes. Like, who else is going to turn up in there? See your gyms, hey. And if you go on this route, of course, you could already catch Bellsprout previously if you really wanted to. I don't know, take on Faulkner maybe. Is there any particular reason for doing that? Probably not. So let's catch a Bellsprout because as we established they're important. And if you haven't got the badge from Wild City Gym, maybe they steal Jasmine's gym. Like Platinum. Anyway, here's a youngster Albert, who sends out Batman, or a rat, a rat man. I don't know, if like somebody were to send out like a Digimon against a Pokemon in this context, would that mean that they lost? Because, you know, Pokemon are like not Digimon and Digimon aren't Pokemon. Despite the fact that, of course, they're most iconic figures, especially early on, such as Charmander and the Thing from Digimon, are nearly identical stuff. They're different. Anyway, so here's a Zubat. It's annoying. Let's run at it sort of wildly. So Zubat, of course, can use confusion moves, supersonic, and so on. They can use Leech Life, but often in this kind of context, it's too weak to be strictly speaking not useful. In brief, getting a Zubat does make this portion of the game quite straightforward. More importantly, though, apparently we are strong. Whoa. So that seems like a good place to end this one. You know that's quite a decisive declaration. Honestly, most people name Lee a bit like twats. Anyway. Fine. Oh. Anyways, yeah. That's the controversy here, right? Like people named Lee, not like people named Rachel or like Raven or something, you know, none of that. Petunia. Nah. Yes.